Morning everybody, welcome to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. I don't know what happened there, I must have had the wrong screen on, I do apologise. I'm just going to see who's in the house just now, 1 wee second. Just make sure everything's up and running. What we got? What a bloody morning, what a morning. Okay, sorry about this. Right, okay, we'll just see who's in the house. Today obviously we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price drop, we're talking about the altcoins dropping as well. Possible good opportunity in here, to be honest. Okay, who've we got in? Martin the Chef is in the house, King Babiro, Mark Kelty, Rob UK is in, Christopher Dalson, Matthew Parks, Dave is in the house, Mike D, Marcus Japari, Gareth Bassage, Ad Fitness, Chardan, welcome to you, Crypto Don Wan, Scottish Bull, George Charles, Stephen Quinn, Cooper is in back with us again, JC Stander is in with us, Stephen King, Crypto Dread, Pascal Amsterdam, Honest Crypto Journey, Studio 10, Gethin Davis Rails, Reggie 1674, Reginald Bower is in. Welcome everybody, what a shit morning. So I got up early this morning, I was up about 4:10 this morning, kind of woke up and I thought I could just get up just now. I usually get up at 5 o'clock or something, but I just got up at the 4:10 and looked at the charts or looked at the kind of crypto market when I got up about and down in the kitchen about 4:20, and I seen holy shit everything was down, and I seen Tron had dropped to about 787 before going back up and is back down again to 760 or something like that. So Tron, I got out of yesterday the trade, I got out of ZRX around about 20,000, 20,500. I got out of ZRX. Wrong timing on my part, definitely. So we're just going to go to the kind of Binance just now and just see what is going on. Okay, what's happening with Tron? 771 for Tron. I still think Tron's going to go back up. I definitely think Tron is going to go back up. It might go a wee bit lower from here, but I did say yesterday it all really depends on the Bitcoin price, what Bitcoin does, and we can see here Bitcoin has shot down. We'll just see it on the Coinigy just now. That is Tron. So we'll just look at USDT and we'll look at Bitcoin. So yeah, it's dropped kind of massively, to be honest. So where did it drop from? 374. So it's dropped about nearly $600 from yesterday, which is not good at all. Which is not good, and the charts indicate there's still got further to go. If we're looking at the charts purely on the hourly charts, it looks as if it's got further to go as well. If we look at the daily charts just now, it'll still be in play on the daily charts, but the 7 MA is going to cross down over the 25 MA if it keeps going the way it's going just now. But not looking great for Bitcoin, which means it's not looking great for altcoins as well, which is not a good thing. And we did say with regards to Tron, for example, we need to kind of wait and see what, well not wait, but we'd need to, the price would be dictated by the Bitcoin value as well. And that's clearly the case. A lot the other altcoins has gone down as well because of the Bitcoin drop. So where is Tron at the moment? It's gone down all the time, I think. 8735. So Bitcoin has got down to 8689. Its lowest. Tron just now 765. Not good. So it looks as if it's going to go further down from here if Bitcoin is going down at the same time. So, however, having said that, what I think with Tron in particular, what I think with Tron, because they've got fundamental news coming out, i.e. the mainnet launch, and they've got possible partnership announcement as well coming out, I can see Tron easily kind of jumping back up. But it all depends on this Bitcoin. If Bitcoin crashes and it goes down below this kind of support of 8,500, then we're kind of screwed, to be honest. We're not screwed, but for the short term, we're screwed. I've been saying for a long time now, the middle of May, I think everything's going to go up. I think we're going to have another altcoin rally. I think we're going to have a Bitcoin rally from the middle of May onwards. I don't see this going down to 6,000. I don't see Bitcoin going down to 6,000, but that's just my opinion. Looking at the charts, it looks as if it's going to keep on going down just now, where it stands at the moment. However, I still think from next week, the end of next week onwards, we're going to see a big rise in Bitcoin, and we're going to see a big rise in altcoins as well. So I'm not too concerned. Not too concerned. It is disconcerting when you see kind of the price dropping $600 or something like that. But I'm not too concerned at the moment. I'm not going to sell everything and go into USDT. So I'm not going into Tether at the moment. I'm not that concerned at the moment. But it is a big concern. It's dropped $600. So that is a big drop. So it's not looking good. So what we're looking like on CoinMarketCap. So we're down to $394 billion kind of market cap. That's a big drop of about 40 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 37.8, that's gone up. So that means people are getting out of alts and going into Bitcoin. And who are any winners? Ogre. They've just been listed on Binance, I believe. So they've gone up 59%, which is amazing. DigixDale, they always do well when Bitcoin goes down. DigixDale always goes kind of up. And Tether, so there's only two that have risen in the last 24 hours. It's not good. Who are the big losers? Tron being one of them, I think. Redcoin down 25%, Ethos down 21%, CYT-Coin down 20%. So a lot of them in the red and in double digits. Most of them in double digits. So not looking good for the short term. But for the longer term, i.e. when I say longer term, I'm talking about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm not too concerned. Now, if the price of Bitcoin was to drop below kind of 7,900 and going down below that, I'd be a bit more concerned, to be honest. But we just never know what's going to happen here. I still think we're going to go up from the middle of May onwards, and we're going to see another Bitcoin rally and another altcoin rally as well. Some good news. I was speaking about Kin yesterday. That went up from 164. It has been as high as 212 or 220 or something. So that had a nice run up. So that was a 30% jump. So I'm kind of in profit in that just now. Kin on Banker Network does strange things, to be honest, because what happens is it shoots up maybe by about 20 points, and then it comes back down by 20 points. It's up and down, and that's people obviously buying in bigger. So they're making the price temporarily go up, and then they're selling, or somebody's selling, it's kind of coming back down again as well. But it's had a nice rise, and I expect it to keep on going from here, depending on the market as a whole. PundyX, that's gone down over the last kind of couple of hours from about 9,000 to 8,000. So that's gone down. That's had a brilliant run up, though that's been really good. BABB is stabilising. It's at 1,900 just now. So not that bad, 1.9%. So not a big drop compared to the overall market. So still relatively stable. So happy to hold kind of BABB. No more news that's come out just now that I've seen. I didn't check it this morning actually. So that's holding stable. I'm kind of happy with that. Kin's holding stable. PundyX going down a wee bit. Not too concerned. What's the big winners on Bancor? Kin is the big winner. Petrova has gone up. That's because it was down. Authorship, Swim. I think there's a couple of new coins on. There is Repux, J8T, and POA is also on Bancor as well. So that's new coins just coming onto Bancor. So I always like to look at the new ones on Bancor because they kind of tend to go up a wee bit. Okay, we'll just go back to the comments. What else is in? Black Label 46 is in the house. Welcome to you. Ming Lai is back with us. Scottish Bull, Litecoin looks good, but right now, and Neil. Yeah, we're going to look at them as well. We'll look at the big coins as well. Bloody Friday it is. A bloody Friday. Not so good. Alonso, good morning to you. Chris Winch, morning mate. You see my PM. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, right, okay, I know. It's because everybody's got different names on different channels. So yeah, I'll get back to you on that. Chris, I do apologise. Than, this is complete crap and everything is dumping. It is, but it's only temporarily. Or temporarily it's going to dump. Hopefully it's not for the longer term. Hayden Wilcox, morning Steve, been a while on holiday for a while and blasted through your viz from the last 2 weeks yesterday. Interesting stuff. Has the liquidation began, do you think? No, I don't think. I think we're still going to go up from the middle of next week onwards. It's a good buying morning, Gareth. Yeah, there's always good opportunities to get in. And we'll look at some of the coins over on Binance. Frank Beckers, hello from Mongolia. MT Carmel, yes sir. Gethin Davis, Pundy X smash yesterday. Also had 100 sats regardless of the ass falling out of Bitcoin. Yeah, Pundy X has done brilliant. Anyone know that Deep Brain Chain looks good project? Scotch Bull. A couple of people have mentioned that as well. DGSI, morning Steve, doing a good job. Thanks, mate. Okay, so we'll look at a couple of the coins just now. What's happening at the moment? 755 for Tron. So as I said, it looks as if it's going to go down further. Bitcoin is at 8,682. So the arse has fallen out of Bitcoin as we speak. 8680. And it's going down further. So we don't know where this is going to stop. So what we're going to do is kind of look at the charts just now. USDT. Look at the charts for Bitcoin first of all. So we're on a 1 day chart just now. So the next kind of real support on the daily charts is about 6,500. That's the next real support. I'm just going to see if there's any kind of minor supports there. Yeah, 7,800 as well. So it looks like the next support is going to be 7,800 if it keeps going down from here. Hopefully not, because it broke through the kind of support of 8,800 roughly, so it's broke down over that, so the next support is 7,800. So not looking good at the moment. And support below that, 6,500. So we could go even lower, but I don't think it's going to get to 6,000. That's my personal opinion. That's my feeling that it's not going to get to 6,000. But the weekend with kind of Bitcoin and kind of altcoins in general, usually with Bitcoin price usually goes down over the weekend. Traditionally, it goes down over the weekend. So we don't know if we're going to see a sharper drop because the weekend's coming up and people might be getting spooked coming out of altcoins and going into Bitcoin. That will keep the Bitcoin price stable. Then it'll get back into altcoins. It's just a cycle. So we need to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin. But it's the arse is kind of falling out of just now. 8698. Okay, where's Ethereum? That's came down from 837 to $687. So that's coming back down as well. And that's affecting everything on Bancor as well because that's tied to Ethereum. Same with Litecoin as well. That's back down to $140 from $183 a couple of days ago. Neo will be down as well. A couple of days ago, $93 is now $62 for Neo. 7 MA is crossing down over the 25 MA. So it looks as if everything is going to go down at the moment. So it's not looking good. Bitcoin. So we'll see, is there any winners on? There's a few winners on. DigiXDAO, they always kind of go up. They've kind of shot up because Bitcoin has gone down. Always happens. That's gone up 248,266. SNM, SONM, come down. They're still in up. And RDN, Raiden Network. And they've been kind of shooting, they were shot up already, but they've come back down, but they're still, in percentage points, they're still higher than what they were, 1.42%. Everything else is in the red. Everything else. BCN. Actually, BCN, not at the moment with the kind of coins coming down, but BCN is now looking as if it's tradable for the short term, purely because it's I think it might have hit a bottom around about 110, 100ish. I think this might start to be tradable from here on in, and I'm talking day trading from here. So from a couple of hours to a couple of days, maybe BCN might be good trading opportunities there. Just need to keep an eye on the charts. That's me looking at the 15-minute charts just now. It's not looking good on that at the moment. But yeah, that definitely becomes tradable as well. XVG, they've kind of gone down massively as well. Yep, they took a dump, 661. So there's going to be a lot of trading opportunities. A lot of trading opportunities depending on where Bitcoin stabilizes. And it's not stabilizing at the moment. So 8,700, it's going back up a wee bit. So it's not stabilizing at the moment. So we need to wait and see what happens with the Bitcoin. The screen's all black. Is the screen all black? No, it must have been the first part you were watching. Bitcoin back to 6k. Personally, I don't think so. A lot of people do think it's going back to 6k. I've been speaking to a few people, and a lot of them think it's going back to 6,000. But I don't know. You just don't know at the moment. Looking at the charts, it looks as if it's going to go down. We're just going to have to see the support levels, see if it holds up or not. Christopher, 3 billion US worth of BTC was purchased. That's 8 to 9% of BTC total amount. Don't worry, we are on to something amazing. I'm not really too concerned for the longer term. Even the short to medium term, I'm not too concerned. As I said, from middle of next week, I think we're going back up. Pascal Amsterdam will buy TRX when it's 5 cents. Excellent, that'd be a good price to get it. I don't think you're going to see that, but you never know. One sec. Gethin Davis, I was saying the PundiX at 91 sats right now, but still great organic growth. PundiX has done brilliant. It really has done brilliant. We'll just have a look again. And this is on the Banker Network. Banker Network's brilliant if you're trading kind of smaller. If you're trading less than $2,000 worth, it's really good, apart from the kind of fees, which is not that good, or the cost of it. But kind of still at 198, that's doing relatively well compared to the rest of the market. BAX is coming down a wee bit. BABB's coming down a wee bit. PundiX coming down a wee bit more as well. So there's going to be good trading opportunities, but it depends on where this Bitcoin price stabilizes at. Once it starts stabilizing and kind of we see a short rise, then we should see it'll be good opportunities to get in on the coins that have fallen. However, we need to keep a close eye on this Bitcoin price because it really is kind of unstable at the moment. Yeah, that's a big drop. So how much has it fallen? Fallen kind of 7.5% over the course of 24 hours. That's a big drop for Bitcoin. So we need to wait and see what happens with Bitcoin and if the price stabilizes and starts to rise again to see what all the others are doing. Ken is up though. Yeah, Ken is up. Ken was a good call yesterday at 164. Is still up just now and still holding well relatively compared to the rest of the market at 198. And Ken I spoke about yesterday, and that's a longer term play. Short to long term is Kin. So you could make good money on Kin if you're trading it in the short term. Not trading it, but holding it for the short term. But even longer term, I think you've got a possibility of 5x, 10x with Kin as well. And that's what we spoke about yesterday. I was in both, and this is Dave, I was in both ZIL and ZRK. Got out of ZIL and put it all into ZRK. Glad I did. ZRK. You mean ZRX? So where's that doing just now? ZRX 18699. So that's come down a wee bit as well. ZRX. Put in ZRK. Yeah, that's come down quite a lot. So all of them have come down, so it's not just one or t'other. And Tron has gone back up to 780. That's a big jump. And it's still going back up just now, 782. So I'm still in Tron. I'm still in Tron just now, but keeping a close eye on this price just now. I think fundamentally, because of the news that's coming out with Tron, the mainnet launch and possible partnership, I think from a fundamental point of view, I think it's going to go up, and I do still think it's going to double from here. But it really does depend on the markets, really does depend on this Bitcoin price. If that really does tank, I don't think we're going to see double, but I still think we're going to see a rise. And I think Tron is going to be one of the kind of big risers from next week onwards up until the 29th of May, and maybe even after that as well. So I was looking at the Tron charts when the kind of testnet launch came out. So they dropped around about the 29th of March, and then they came back up after that to shoot back up. So I think Tron long term is looking good. Short term, I'm still bullish on Tron short term, but it just depends how far this Bitcoin price does go down. 8751, so it's kind of coming back up just now. That's on a 15-minute chart. So 8670 to, so it jumped up, it's went up about $100 or something from its low, but it's very unstable just now. It's very volatile at the moment. Eugene Cunningham, what mornings you've read everywhere? Yeah, it's a pain in the arse, isn't it? A real pain in the arse. But this is a time when you kind of test your mettle and see what you're holding, and if you're kind of confident in what you're holding as well. But a lot of people are going into kind of Tether just now. A lot of people are looking at going into Tether and just keep holding and see what the market does. Gavin Mearns, hodl time? Yes, definitely hodl time. Matthew Parks, yeah, no worries about TRX. I've honestly no worries about TRX for the short term. For the next 2-3 weeks, I've not got any worries about it. Gavin Mearns, accumulation period right now. Yeah, I'm just going to see. I was waiting on this Kin coming down. I thought Kin was going to come down with the market in general, maybe back down to 170 or something. I thought, oh, could be a good wee opportunity to get some more, but it's not come down. So it's doing well. Kin's doing really well. Mark Kelty, totally agree. Price will increase. Yeah, I think so. With Tron. King Evo Crypto, good morning, Steve from sunny Buckinghamshire. Good morning to you. Good to see you here. Gavin Mearns, June bull run coming soon too. Yeah, that's where I think the bull run is going to start, from the middle of next week onwards. From consensus, a lot of people are thinking from the consensus kind of forum that is going to start the next bull run from there. So May, June tend to do really well. Middle of May to kind of June onwards tend to do well in the crypto world, but historical prices doesn't dictate future prices. Gethin Davis, no 6k BTC yet. One more run up, then we'll dump in June, just like last year. It could well do. Mohammed, hi to you. Good to have you here. Eric, would you sell everything including BABB? Because I get the feeling these type of coins won't drop that much, or am I wrong? If people kind of get scared of the market overall, and they're just going to sell up and go into Tether. A lot of people don't go into Tether because they don't know about how to use Tether, or they're scared of using Tether. So a lot of people don't go into it. So they either just kind of sell up and go and stay into Bitcoin, or they kind of cash out altogether. If you're a newbie and you're just in the market a couple of weeks and you've just joined the market and you see the price going down, you might sell up and just come back into fiat. So you never know what's going to happen. But it looks like with the likes of kind of Bancor, the smaller exchanges, a lot of people leave their coins on the exchanges, and they're just leaving them there, even though the kind of price of kind of Bitcoin is going down, the market's going down overall, but the coins on Bancor have not come down that much compared to the market. So that kind of tells you something. And it might be because Bancor people just trade small amounts on there. It's still coming down though. Kin 195, Bax 1934, Pundy 7753. Wait a second. Gavin Mearns, love these sale prices. Yeah, it's just how far they're going to go down on sale, depending on the Bitcoin price. Alonso, if the likes less to get 1,000 people. Sorry, I don't understand that. Missed that there. Stone Conspiracy, what do you think of Scrumble? It just hit the market today. I've never ever heard of it. Never heard of Scrumble. Scrumble Network. Never heard of it. Never even heard of it being mentioned either. It's kind of gone down, obviously, because the markets have gone down. Volume, 19 million volume. Jeez, oh. Total supply, 1.5 billion. Where's it been trading on? Gate.io. Hotbit. I've never heard of Hotbit as an exchange either. I've used Gate.io, IDEX obviously as well. Never heard of Hotbit. So what is it? I don't even see the website there. $19 million traded, that's unbelievable. A Scramble Network's first exchange listing will be exclusive secure communication-centric blockchain as a completely new innovative blockchain and application that centers on creating the most secure connections for communication possible. Okay, what is Scramble Network? Scramble Network blockchain application allow users to perform communication and financial transactions more securely and build their own application. Looks interesting, especially with that 19 million kind of traded. It looks interesting from that point of view, so it might be worth kind of checking out. Nice green candle on TRX. Where is it sitting at just now? TRX. So Bitcoin, it's not really stabilizing. 8725. TRX 776 on the 15-minute chart. What's it like on the hour chart? Yeah, we need to wait and see what happens with that. So it's been down as low as 752. 15-minute will give us better prices because the prices are changing that quickly. I need to wait and see what happens. So it's a waiting game. Either you come out of the markets altogether or you just wait and see what happens. Thomas Locke, what's happening? We don't know. It's just the price is dropping quite rapidly for Bitcoin. Honest Crypto Journey, what do you think is causing the drop in Bitcoin? Any fundamentals? So I was looking at the news and I don't see anything to say why the price of kind of Bitcoin is going down. There's no real kind of news that's saying that would suggest as to why it's gone down. Start here. Nah, even on the kind of fuddier sites. Pivot to crypto trading and that about that. Crypto wallet treasure, nope. An epic fail, nope. Wall Street adopting Bitcoin will lead crypto market to surge, Brian Kelly. See, that's positive news, but there's no real news unless I'm totally missing something. There's no real news to say why Bitcoin is dropping so much and so quickly. Another piece of news there as well. No, I can't see any news at all. I was looking this morning to see why it was going down. Matthew Parks, TRX going up massively on 15 minutes. Yeah, it looks 782 for TRX for Tron, and that's 752 it came up from. So I think Tron is going to be okay. Even if Bitcoin still goes down, I still think it's going to be okay. First name, a bit late. Nice to see you again. Have you seen Huobi token? Just pumping last 2 months. It's nice, an ecosystem of Huobi. I haven't seen the Huobi token. Huobi. HT. 174 million. Oh, that big jump up there. Right, see what was the low? I always like to see the low. $1.34 up at $3.15. Market cap 174 million. I've never used the Huobi kind of exchange before. I've never actually used that before, but I think exchange tokens are going to do well in general. Tether your BTC. yeah, I don't know if a lot of people are going back or going into Tether, into the USDT or not, or they'll just go stay into Bitcoin. But if you genuinely believe that Bitcoin is going down, then it's a good idea to, if you've got Bitcoin, is to go into USDT, wait till it goes down, then buy back in. If you think it's going down to $6,000, that is a way to do it. USDT, I was a little bit wary of using that over the last 5-6 months, but I've gone into USDT a couple of times, and it's worked out well for me. There's never been any issues. So you can go into USDT if you think Bitcoin is going down, but it's a gamble. It's a gamble. Well, it's not a gamble. It's a calculated kind of risk, I would say. Or you might, it's semantics. You might say it's a gamble as well. Mohammed, is market crash? I'm in $300 loss in ADA, Encash, Salt, XVG. Will these go up? If the market comes back up, they'll probably come back up as well. So it's just market sentiment just now. So what people are doing is they're panicking. They're panicking. They're seeing Bitcoin price kind of going down by $100, $200, $300. Then they start to panic. They sell off their alts, and they go into USDT, or they come out of it altogether and going back into fiat. So we need to wait and see what happens. So that's what it is. People follow in the crowd and want to see, and it could be whales kind of manipulating the market again. We've seen that so many times. It could be whales manipulating the market. For what reason? There's 100,000 different reasons. UK Crypto, good morning to you. Joining us, I don't think I've seen your name before. BMW TV, Upbit, one of the world's largest exchanges, have been prosecuted for fraud. Didn't see that. It's prosecuting Upbit. That was 1 hour ago. Prosecution fraud charges, domestic #1 virtual currency exchange bits seized. And this is on the Korean internet. What's part of the virtual currency? I would just look for more news there so we can get the investigating, not prosecuting. Was in a hurry, my bad. Nice bud, fuck off. That's typical, I've read it. Korea government is prosecuting, so it's not, it's just investigating then. I'm just looking at this just now. Suspicion of fraud. So it's an investigation at the moment. Marcus Shafari, hodl? Yes. Or make a decision. Make a decision whether to hodl and kind of walk away. This is a good time to walk away from the markets. If you have decided to kind of hodl and just say, okay, I'm going to hold, then just walk away, because it's not good when you're watching the markets going down. It's not a good feeling because you think, should I? And you start to panic. So if you've decided to hodl for the long term or the longer term, then walk away from the markets and come back in a couple of days' time or something. But if you're still on the brink of making a decision, then now's the time to make a decision whether to go into kind of USDT or not, and just kind of put it all in there, or sell your alts. But a lot of people panicking. That's what people do. My thinking is, I'm just going to, this happen. I've seen this so many times. It'll go down and it'll come back up again. So if you believe in it, Bitcoin long term, then if Bitcoin goes up in the long term, they're also going to go back up in the long term as well, the good ones. So that's my opinion. That's me. I've seen it so many times. I've panicked in the past, kind of sold and just really got scared about it. But in the longer term, even in the short to longer term, Bitcoin is going to go back up. Alt markets, altcoins are going to go back up as well. So I'm not concerned. Me personally, I'm not concerned at all, but I can understand if you're a newbie and you're looking at this and you start to panic and you're, well, shit, what am I going to do? So you have to kind of make a decision. But personally, for me, I still look at the markets even though it's going down. So don't panic. There's no point in panicking. It just doesn't do you any good. You don't make any good decisions while you're in that kind of state of panic as well. And that's why people lose a lot of money, because they make bad decisions. in this kind of state of panic. So you don't know what's going on. There's no underlying fundamental reason that Bitcoin is going down. So until we know what's happening, then there's no point in panicking. There's just no point. So it's either walk away or just be calm, and you've made your decision to stay in the market, and there's nothing you can do about it just now. You've made that decision. Stick with it until you see some fundamental news coming out. But even then, the fundamental news that comes out, we've seen it in the past as well, with Korea and China and all that stuff that went on a couple of months ago. Bitcoin came back up. It came back up. Is it going back up in the long term? Yes, that's all you need to really ask yourself. Is you fundamentally and truly believe that Bitcoin price is going to go up by the end of the year? And everybody's saying it is. There's more institutional money coming in. They've got consensus coming out May the 14th. That's usually a kind of price rise as well from there. So if you really believe it's going to go up, the short-term drops, it doesn't make a difference. Not one iota of a difference. So care not a jot. Just walk away or just be brave with your decision. Juan saying, oh my God, what's happening? This caught totally. Yeah, it's caught everybody off guard. Tether, stay clear of Brock Pierce is one dodgy individual. Brock Pierce, I've watched a couple of his videos. One wee sec. Just jumping up. JC Standard, BTC dump. Korean prosecutors have conducted search and seizure against the nation's largest cryptocurrency exchange Upbit on charges of fraud. Right, so I need to look into that further. I like when market dies, as it would be good buying options. Soon mass adoption way off. Hodl and buy. Yes, if you can afford it, it might be a good opportunity. It might be good to wait first to see if Bitcoin is going to go lower, and then start buying if you've got the money. Steve, not sure if you use any TA, but have a quick look on BTUSD one day. Yeah, I do use TA, and that's what I've been looking at. So the 1 day kind of chart, as I said, the 1 day chart on Bitcoin still looks okay. It's still in play at the moment. It's coming down a wee bit, and if it keeps going down, the 7 MA might cross over the 25 MA to kind of downwards. But at the moment, it's still in play, and it's still looking okay on the 1 day chart. So it doesn't look that, see, it just looks like a blip on there, but it's a bloody big blip from 10,000 down to 8742. But we'll just need to wait and see what happens from here. But on the daily chart, it doesn't look that bad at all. Hiding DAI on Maker. Yeah, somebody was talking about that in the group as well. And if you want to join our Facebook group, you can. There's a link down below to join a Facebook group or a Telegram group. It's growing every day, which is really good. And there's some brilliant people in there as well. They're talking intelligent conversation about crypto, and they're not fudding. They're not kind of slagging each other off and kind of shouting at each other. There's a nice, good feel energy in the Telegram group and the Facebook group as well. So if you want to join us over there, hit the links down below. Hit the likes as well and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, if you're new here. We'll just, what time are we on? 9:13. We'll just take another quick look, see what's going on. 786 for Tron. So it's looking okay for Tron at the moment. See if any of the others have gone up. So SN, SONM are still, they're coming back up as well. ELF, looks like they've jumped up. DJD, and they've gone down. That's obviously the Bitcoin price is coming up then. 8762, yeah. ZRX, 19740. So, ZRX, I told you yesterday I was in ZRX from yesterday, and decided to sell out of ZRX, about 20,500 or so, and get into Tron, which I've done just slightly off timing, probably by about 12 hours. I should have held on to it a wee bit longer, because ZRX was still doing well this morning. They were still doing okay. So if I'd sold them this morning and then got into Tron about 800, 790 or something, or even lower, then it would have been a good move. So I've missed the timing slightly, but I've made that decision. I'm just kind of sticking by it as well. Who else has gone up? Nulls. They had a good run up as well, but they kind of came down with the Bitcoin price. 8763 for Bitcoin. I'll go to the hourly one. So slightly coming back up. 8760, so it's gone up about, still $100, went up a wee bit more than that, 8819. So it's just really volatile just now. Does Kin have some big news coming in? What price do you see Kin for short and end of year? So where is Kin just now? Is it gone back up? Is it stabilised? Yeah, it's up at 202. For me, I can see Kin easily going to 500 in the next kind of month or two, then going back up to, or then going up to maybe 1,000, and then beyond there as well. So what they're doing with Kin, obviously they're forking Stellar. They're using the Stellar code to create their own blockchain, and they've got 50 million users on Kick, which they can kind of utilize as well to kickstart Kin as well. Now, when they start their own blockchain, it's going to be there's going to be an ERC20 token, just the same. So it's going to be like not hybrid. They're going to run in parallel with each other. So you can buy Kin on their blockchain, and you can buy it as an ERC20 token as well. So nothing changes with Kin essentially. And when it goes onto their own blockchain, it's just going to be a 1-for-1 swap. But I see this easily 5xing, easily for the end of the year, and even more, to be honest. I'm being extremely conservative. So it's a short to long term hold. If you want, I could get out just now with a 30% profit, but this is a short to longer term hold for me as well. So I'm staying in Kin just now, and I'm going to accumulate on the dips as well. So it's an accumulation phase, so I see it coming out, but there's no big news that I know of that's coming out. I just like it. XVG is going up now. XVG. I've said about XVG, I keep saying that's going to double in the next kind of month or two. Yeah, it's had a wee rise up, 661 to 709. So 50, another 8% rise from its bottom just an hour ago. So strange things happening. We're nearly kind of finished actually. I honestly think these past 2 months have been VC practice run. These 20 billion swings are way too neat. There's something going on. MT Carmel, there's something going on that's been manipulation in the markets. Marina Paps, market manipulation, so whales can buy and low before the consensus meeting in New York. I honestly think it's going to go up from the middle of next week to coincide with consensus as well. I think we're going to see a big bull run from the middle of next week towards the end of next week onwards. That's when I think the kind of bull run is going to start, and it's going to be a big bull run. Frozen Export, what a difference a day makes. I know 24 hours has been huge difference. We haven't heard from BABB since the 7th of May. Do you have any updates? There's no updates I know of. So they're really working hard on the banking licenses just now, our BABB. So that's what they need to focus on. So they're focusing on that just now. They've not gone down that much compared to the whole market, but they're focusing on the banking licenses. You're seeing they went over to Bahrain. They had good positive talks with the Bahrain bank, the central bank as well. So they'll be working hard on that. So that'll be the main focus, I would imagine, for the next few weeks. But I would imagine they'll come out with something in the next couple of days or so. So we need to wait and see what happens with that. But BABB, I've no concerns at all. I think I'm still extremely happy to be in BABB. Still a big advocate and ambassador for them as well. Craig Knight, good words, Hoddle. Go outside, enjoy life for 72 hours and come back and resume. Yes, brilliant idea. I think that's, if you tend to panic when you see this, then that's a good idea, just to switch off your computer. Not always easy to do, and just go out and just kind of buy a pint or a cocktail or whatever it is that you do, and just forget about the markets, because we know it's going to go back up at some point. Is buy time prices slashed? Yes, sale time definitely, Rain. Crypto Dread, I don't say America or United States or nationality for Huobi Pro. Does anybody know about this? I don't know about it, Crypto Dread. Ty, give this man a like. He busts his balls and didn't even have to be here for us. Oh, thanks, Ty. Yeah, if you like these videos, give it a like. Give it a wee like and a wee subscribe and a wee thumbs up and a comment as well. Let me know what you'd like to see on this channel as well. I love this format where I'm kind of talking to you and we're just talking crypto stuff. I like this format, but if you think there could be something else on the channel as well, let me know in the comments. George Charles, personally, I'm not worried. I'm not concerned, to be honest. Time to buy more backs. Yes, good buying opportunities for a lot of them. See, I was hoping Kin would come down again so I could get a wee bit more, but it's not coming down. Pundy. Pundy's gone back up. So it was down at 7,700 up to 8,217. Backs 1949. Good opportunity to buy some more in as well and just accumulate that. First name, can't wait for the day we all could just use crypto and never cash out. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Marcus Shafari. Not wearing panic pants. Excellent. So you've still got your big boy pants on, big girl pants on. I'm keeping big bag hold. Only sold loose change and bought BCN at a really low price, making profit where I can. As I said, I think BCN is going to come into trading, and I think it's at trading value just now. When I say value, I don't really rate the coin or the team or anything. I'm just talking about purely from a trading point of view. I think BCN could be really good, actually. So 114, it's up at 124. But I think this is a brilliant kind of time to start trading BCN. I think it's hit its bottom of about 114. And we could see, and I think this is going to be the ones if you put in half a Bitcoin, you're going to get one Bitcoin back, or if you put in $1,000, you're going to get $2,000 back. I think it's going to be one of those coins for the next few months. I think it's going to be a brilliant trading coin. As I said, not for the team, not for the coin itself. Don't rate it in kind of any way at all. But purely from a trading point of view, it's going to be brilliant, and you're going to get pump and dumpers as well. So you need to be careful of that with BCN. But from here on in, it looks really tempting to get into BCN just now, purely from a trading point of view. Steve, help you set up your stop losses for Tron. Rob, I didn't set up my stop losses for Tron. I think from here on in, even if Bitcoin price goes down, I think it's going to go back up. I honestly think it's going to, well, I'm 99% sure it's going to go back up way over 1,000 Satoshi. My personal feeling, obviously do your own research, but purely from the fundamental point of view, if you look at the charts, you would not buy into Tron just now if you just looked at the charts. Even the support levels, if you weren't looking at the MAs and the moving averages, because that's how I trade, if you were looking at them, you wouldn't buy. Even the support levels, you probably wouldn't buy either. But from the fundamental point of view, you know there's news coming out, you know they're going to release a mainnet, you know there's going to be FOMO from next week onwards. That's why I've gone to Tron, and because I've been trading Tron, you get to know a coin quite intimately, and it's kind of all its little nuances, and you get to get the feeling of it as well. I know that sounds strange to talk about that, but that's what happens when you get to know a coin really well. And so no, I'm fine with not setting the stop losses from here, but it's not something I would suggest to anybody just getting into it. If you're just getting into Tron, I definitely would set stop losses just to protect yourself. But I've been trading Tron for a while now, and I'm kind of happy with what I'm doing. First name Crypto Dread, talk to them on Telegram chat. As for Huobi, what time are we on? 9:23. DWD Studio. I heard of Mt. Gox's dump. Yeah, that was a while ago. I don't know if they've kind of dumped any more because of that, because there was an injunction out against to stop them dumping the Bitcoin onto the market for the last time. I know they've still got some more, but we don't know. We'll see what happens there. Is anyone from BABB going to the consensus? Not that I've heard, Stephen. That's from Stephen King. Not that I've heard. Mike Cryptical, oh my god, down 1 Bitcoin. You're down 1 Bitcoin, wow. Christoph, but you've not sold, so you've not made a loss yet because you've not sold. Stu Johnson, brilliant mate. Thanks very much, Stu. Already nearly back to 8,900. Thomas Lab, can Tron go to 690? See where it is just now. That's Bitcoin. We'll look at Tron one last time. 797. So it's jumped back up. So a lot of people are obviously seeing an opportunity here, and they've just kind of cashed in on the dip, and they've kind of went in the dip as well at 752. So that's really good. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for today. Just be careful out there, whatever you're doing, and we'll see what happens over the weekend. Traditionally, Bitcoin does go down over the weekend, but we'll see what happens from here. And if you are just going into coins just now, set those stop losses as well, 6 to 10%. I would set 6 to 10% just in case Bitcoin does kind of break below 7,800 and goes down even further. So I would do that just to make sure as well. If you're kind of new, if you're into trading and you've done it for a while, you'll know exactly what to do yourself. You've got your own trading style. Okay, until next week, have a brilliant weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.